there's some songs that really stuck out to me. One in particular was Rich and Melanin.
Yeah.
I like that song because you're more so empowering. It's an empowering song, but it says, "My skin is beautiful, non-removable. They emulate it with pharmaceuticals."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, bro, like I remember when that song was originally like I was just writing it like it was a poem before there was ever a beat, and I mean, yeah, that was like one of the first lines in there. And, man, like sometimes it's really hard to explain. Like I really get these weird spurts of inspiration. Like I just have so many thoughts going on, and like at that moment in time, I think I was having like a very growing up, like, you know, being like black and everything, dark skin, you have these like moments in time where it's like, I think every like dark skin can relate to like going to school, especially like somewhere like Washington where it's like, it's a lot of like white people everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like you fight with those insecurities and shit of being like, you know, different.
Stick out.
It's like, yeah, for sure. And it's like, you know, I honestly, like, I think in that moment in time in my life, like those were, I really do have these like memories that come back into play for me like at any moment in time, and like I just find this random spurt of like inspiration to want to like talk about it, not knowing if it's gonna be a song, but like I just want to write about this.
Yeah, no, I love the message. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great song sonically, so you're gonna love the song. But I think, like you said, I think you're making music for younger you.
Yeah,
that maybe he wish he would have had to represent how he's feeling. You know what I'm saying? So that there's a young dark skinned kid or a young dark skinned girl now that might listen to that.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna feel the way some of us felt when growing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned into the UpNUp podcast on the UpNUp network. I'm your host, Rebel.
And I'm DJ Erm.
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
How you doing?
See, son of
I'm good.
I'm good.
Can we ease into the show real quick?
I wasn't ready for that.
Wow, well, we know how you're doing, bro. I'm feeling good. For those of you listening, this is the UpNUp podcast, the podcast where we're focused on cultivating culture.
Yes, sir.
We provide amazing stories of individuals, groups, movements, the movers, the shakers, people breaking down barriers, making a way not only for all of us currently here, but for the next generation. Right? If you heard Erm's excitement to start the show, it's because by the time you listen to this, the Seahawks will have won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And they are Super Bowl champions.
Yes.
So congratulations to our Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
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 And yeah, I'm just excited, bro. For those of you on the other end, thank you for joining us. Today's episode is again another story, right? Another opportunity for us to learn, grow, be inspired, and then take notes, and then
yes, sir,
pour it into our own journeys, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what this is, a collective thing we're doing here.
Yep.
Right. It's not just about us, not just about the guests, it's about those on the other end listening. So we want to ensure we can help you guys, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Right. Today's guest, I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
Yeah.
We got the fam in here.
Yes, sir.
But today's guest is a brother who's definitely arrived, but is still very much on his way, right? And he's continuing to make his contribution to this thing we call hip hop and music. One of the Pacific Northwest's rising stars, right? I think it's safe to say that, right?
For sure.
And he's truly representing no matter where he's at,
Yeah.
right? He's keeping Seattle, he's keeping the Northwest on his back everywhere he goes.
Yep.
His newest and most recent album, which is titled Everywhere But Always, is available now on all streaming platforms. Amazing project.
Yep.
Please go listen to that if you want to.
Check that out.
If you need the real vibes, right?
Yeah.
But, all of that aside, today is a chance for us to allow him to kind of tell his story, right?
Yeah.
Let people into his journey as an artist, as a creative, right? As a man, and just kind of coming through and where he's at today. I think it's important for people to get the context, right?
Yes, sir.
Excited to learn more about his journey. Excited to have him in the building. So without further ado, welcome to the show, our good brother, Yonny. Can we get a round of applause? Give it up.
That was lit.
How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm excited to be on here with y'all.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited to have you, bro.
Yeah, thank you,
You know.
bro. Truly.
Yeah, nah, man. It's we this never gets old for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really, yeah, I'm sure, bro. When y'all got y'all bros together doing this, sure, it's never boring.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes,
And
sir.
so thank you for being here.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm excited to make this happen. So we start every episode with the quote of the day.
Yeah.
Something to just kind of get the vibe right. Convo started.
Yes, sir.
Brother man's man, the quotes. You know, you see my quote up there. Right?
Yeah.
That's my
What
quote.
if I said that?
I ain't gonna start.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah.
That was a good one. All right, so the quote of the day is, "The quality of a leader is reflected in the standards they set for themselves."
I like that. Who's that quote by?
Ray Kroc. Yeah.
I like that. What do you think about that?
Mhm.
What do you think about that quote?
Where'd you find that? Is it just like
I just be finding them.
like in a book or something?
You trying to get your
I
recipe?
be online. I be looking at stuff. I be,
Makes me want to like look up more quotes
Yeah.
like, to read every day. I feel like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an app for. I got an app.
oh really?
Daily quote app. Yeah.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, there
man.
you
Don't
go.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't look over
Yeah,
here.
I need to get
I got
that.
my quotes.
Oh, that's dope, bro. I feel like it's honestly cool to like have something like that every day. I feel like it just I don't know. It's like good brain food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
being able to have
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I love it. I love the message though, in terms of, I mean, what I got from that quote is obviously lead by example.
Mhm.
You know, walk the walk. Don't just talk about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So Yonny, before we obviously dive in, I love to always start episodes getting a sense of the season people are in. So for you, how would you describe the current season you're in right now?
Yeah. I'd say
And you could talk to the mic a little closer.
yeah, but I was gonna say I think currently it's been like this last year has been just getting this next project together, I think. And figuring out like the world of it and like what I want it to look like, what I want to look like. And it's been a completely different creative process than it's like ever been.
Yeah.
The last thing I did, Everywhere But Always, we kind of like every single song was all the songs we made in general. Like there weren't like 50 songs or whatever, and we like chose. It's just kind of like we followed this breadcrumb route up until the last song, and then that was it. But this most recent shit, like I got like 70 or some demos that I've never made this much music before.
Yeah.
Hey.
And it's like, really pushing myself to like find what this next sound is, and like, but not boxing myself in, like really trying to be experimental, which I think I have been with all this new stuff that we've been making.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of been it, bro. And we're actually at a point right now where I think we're near the end of like the creative process of it. Like in terms of the music, like I think we got the pieces we need, and it's like getting close. Like this year for sure, we're gonna put like a new project out.
Okay.
So it's just like just getting ready for it. And I'm excited. I love like the rollout process. Like,
Yeah.
that shit's so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like,
It matters.
yeah. And it's
Matters.
like you get to build a world off of that. And like, yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like
cool.
you're in a season of is brewing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Definitely excited for that, bro.
Yeah.
You
Hell
know?
yeah. Thank you, dog.
And just to take it back, let's talk about like your upbringing. Being born and raised out here. Just like, what was your early life like?
Man, so I was born at the Swedish up in Cap Hill, and I think when I was like 1, we moved down to Lake City. I was in Lake City for like probably a year, and then we moved down up to Lynwood, and then I just grew up over there. But like, I mean, we were coming down here like every other day, because it ain't far. So it's like just growing up in and around North Seattle and whatnot was just like super dope. Cause I think I really learned to appreciate like the nature that we have here. Growing up and being able to just walk to like a park and it looks like a forest. It's when you leave something like that for a while, like I was saying, me being over in California now, it's like it's a completely different vibe. Like you really could just go take a hike and like 5 minutes away from your house. And it's like, I think I really missed that.
I
and
feel
like
you.
that I think that was something that stuck with me a lot growing up. It was just like the nature aspect of where we're at. Like that shit was so great for me. I think it had a huge impact on me.
Being
but
outside too.
just being out, like, really, like you. I know, like all the rain and stuff. Can we curse on here?
Yep.
Yeah.
All the rain and shit.
Whatever,
Like, it's
whatever
funny,
you wanna
people
do,
got a lot to say about that, but like, I think it adds to it. Like, just that like wet concrete smell. It's like so nostalgic.
Yeah.
To this day, I go back and like whenever I smell that, I just think back to when I was younger. So,
Yeah.
So,
That's real.
mm-hmm.
That's real. I'm curious. Like, obviously, growing up, you know, you don't necessarily know where things are gonna end up.
Yeah.
Like when you're young, and I want to know, like, for you, when it comes to like growing up and like coming into your own, like, what are some things that you felt you were doing that may have eventually led you to doing music? Like, were there things that kind of like got you there that you didn't know of, but you could look back now?
Man, low key, yeah. I think in elementary, like, that was kind of when hip hop really got a hold of me. Because growing up, like, my mom was playing, like, I'm Ethiopian, so it's like she was playing a lot of Ethiopian music, but also she loves R&B, so it's like there's a lot of Michael Jackson in the house and like Neo and Usher, Alicia Keys, like all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that stuff had me like introduced to that aspect, like the R&B side. But, you know, there was that one Chris Brown song, Look at Me Now. Like, it was popping when I was in elementary. And it's like, if you could do that Busta Rhymes verse, you was like the coolest
You were that
motherfucker
guy.
in the school. So I was in like 3rd, 4th grade, like going, no, I was 3rd, 4th grade. I was like 5th or 6th grade. But I could do that whole shit, and everybody thought I was the coolest dude in the whole school. And I was like,
hell yeah,
like, rapping is lit. Like, wow, like, how do I even know how to do this?
That's tough, bro.
Like, that made me like really interested in it, and I started doing deep dives, and like, I started like in reverse of like listening to very old school hip hop and stuff, and like come like near high school when like Uzi and all that was popping, I like hated all that shit because I was like, bro, like I'm trying to listen to Dr. Dre and shit. Like I was in a whole different aspect.
You were trying to kind of go back.
Yeah. So I stayed back low key up until like I graduated, and I was like, my mind opened up a little more to like all the music of like my era.
Got you.
And like it was a very interesting, like, I just never related to anybody at school with the music shit because I was just always listening to old school stuff.
Yeah, your old soul.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
And it, like, for sure, I think it had an impact on how I make my music too. Is that I feel like having that knowledge of all the stuff before. Yeah, I think it played a big role. So
for sure,
yeah.
I love how you brought up the Busta Rhymes verse because I think it's interesting. I feel like a lot of rappers have that story of like I was in a cypher and I just stood out.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you're that guy. You're good at this. You know what I mean? And I think like, not to say that was your moment, but I just think like a lot of times we're doing things when we're coming up.
Yeah.
And we get reinforcement.
Yeah.
That lets us know like, okay, I'm pretty good at this.
No, yeah. No, 100%. Especially when it's like, yeah, like nobody else could do that. And it's just like, I don't know, you stick out for sure. Yeah. In a good way.
No,
so
for sure.
I got to give thanks to that boy.
Yeah.
Bust a bus, bro.
Shut up, bus.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder how long it took you to do that because I still can't do it. I be trying. Yeah.
YouTube loop in my room, just yelling. My mom's just like, "What are you doing in there?" it's just constantly, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
No, I feel you. Were there like other things you were interested in at the time too, or is it just like you're just straight?
Like definitely, like my first love was sports. Like I grew up hooping and playing football and soccer. Like I loved sports, everything about it. Originally, like my goal was to be in the NBA, but I got to middle school and realized that everybody was still growing except me. And I was like, I think my time is done. I don't think I got this anymore. So I kind of laid off that a little bit. But music was always just like, you know, I did choir in elementary, not because I liked to sing, but they had pizza parties at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like doing that shit like every year. So I was like singing. So it was like, that shit stuck with me more than I think I realized. So yeah, I think there were just a lot of hidden things that I didn't register were leading me to this. It was just natural. Like high school doing freestyles with the homies like in the car and stuff. Like all that shit. And everybody just being like, damn, like you should like push it out. And I'm just like, what? Like, what do you mean? But I was just like, I think I was holding myself back almost. Yeah. Until I decided to be like, fuck it. Like, why not?
How does that, so, because I feel like what we're talking about is also like the development of being an artist, right? Like, I think it starts with like kind of that discovery. Yeah. And then eventually becomes more real, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
For you, like, when did it start to feel like this is your thing versus, I'm just doing it with the homies. You know what I mean? It's kind of like now it's like, this is just me. It's my journey.
Man, I think I used to have this journal. I wish I still had it, but I had this journal on some like low key like stereotypical rapper shit, but it was like my writing journal. I was like, I used to write bars. Like I was hella into battle rap when I was younger, and like I was just writing battle lines all the time. Like I had all these lines that I think of. And
was there
just write
someone
them
you had bars for?
Nah, like I mean, there used to be like these little like tiny little rap battles that would happen at the high school I used to go to.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd have shit like ready with
Ready,
freestyles,
just in case.
Just go in there and
Yeah.
and niggas weren't expecting that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And that was the shit where I was like, am I doing too much? But then I was like, maybe no. I think it's because I really want to do this,
There you
Right.
go.
type
Yeah.
Right.
of thing. And then those are also like those realizations when you feel like you're over prepared for something, but it's like nah, like you are just taking it more serious.
You care more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So those kind of moments also are like really cool to kind of have, so you know that you're not doing the right thing. But it's like, nah, you are.
Yeah.
You're just taking it serious. You know, Kobe waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are like, why are you doing that? But it's
Yeah.
like, it's because I care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's real.
I
That's
feel
real.
you. I feel
Yeah,
you, bro. I know you brought up Dr. Dre. Just doing our research, like Dre's 2001 album, like
Yeah.
what impact did that have on you?
Bro, that's all I listened to in from like freshman year to like low key beginning of junior year. I don't know. It was the first album I bought on my phone, but which was like the first album I bought, period.
Yeah.
Which
Classic.
I know dates me a little bit,
For
kind
real.
of. But nah, I mean that shit. I don't know, bro. Like, I just think I really enjoyed the. For one, I mean, I know he's really known for his production. It's like all the sounds
Yeah.
are what intrigued me a lot. But I mean, I couldn't really tell you. Like, I think it just stuck with me so much.
Yep.
And it's like I got to Dre, so then I got to like. I was in that rabbit hole. I was like a big Eminem fan when I was
Yeah.
younger, so I listened to all his shit, and it's just like he's opening up this creative aspect of like how you can rhyme words together, and it's like you really can like play around with this like Tetris, like putting blocks together,
Yeah.
basically. So it's like it's a rabbit hole because you learn about one, and then like the floodgates open, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's interesting too, because I feel like, especially with Dre, his albums are like, it's like a compilation, low key.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
he's a producer, but he raps too. But
mhm.
he's actually like bringing a lot of people together.
Yeah.
So you get
100%.
introduced
Exactly.
to so many different artists and just different vibes, different sounds
Mhm.
through a Dre album.
For sure.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like Exhibit was on there, and I forget. I don't think Obi Trice was on there, but like me learning about Eminem through Dre
Yep.
introduced me to Obi Trice because
Yeah.
and like nobody knows Obi Trice for
Yeah.
real. But like,
Yeah.
he has some tough
Yeah.
verses on some songs, like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, all that shit. I think it's just cool to like. It was just at the moment. I wish sometimes I could like go back to experiencing it for the first time again.
Yeah.
because it's just like it's just so new and exciting.
It's important though. I always ask the question about
Yeah.
what's your first ever rap album you ever had.
Yeah,
Like for me, it was "Is Dark and Hell Is Hot" DMX.
DMX,
That was the
yeah.
first ever album. Like it's
Tough.
not the first time I heard rap,
Yeah.
but it's the first time I was like, okay, this is mine,
Yeah.
and
wow.
I'm gonna dive in. So,
Tough.
I do want to kind of get into, I guess, the evolution,
Mhm.
right? I know, obviously, just kind of learning about your story. You know, you were very much encouraged by your guy
Yeah.
Evan George, someone
Mhm.
who's a part of your journey musically, obviously. But can you talk a little bit about how you guys met?
Yeah, so me and Evan, we our paths crossed due to a mutual friend of ours. His name was Bryce.
Mhm.
I worked with Bryce. I used to work at this like summer camp straight out of high school. It
Okay.
was just the first job I found, and I was just like, fuck it, like I guess to be active outside.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me do that. But he had worked with Evan at like I forget if it was like a restaurant or bar or something. But Bryce knew I like was rapping or I was trying to get into it, and Evan was looking for somebody with like a deep voice for his beats or whatever. So he just got our numbers exchanged, and then I think I texted him and I was like, "Yeah, bro, like when can I come through?" And we put up. We like knocked out 3 ideas, and it was just like super easy. I mean, I was hella nervous because it was like, damn, bro, like I don't know, like I had been going to studios before, but it was like they're all just so taxing, and I was like, man, like I really hope. Like I didn't really have bread when we did it originally,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think we just connected to a point where he wasn't even. It got to a point where he wasn't even like asking me to pay. He was just like, yeah, bro, let's come through and let's just like build together. And that shit, especially at that point in my life, like I just got out of this this year-long relationship where I was like just head over heels. Like I thought I was finna be locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm cool. At that point, I was making music too, but I kind of like was in love and I was just not really thinking too much about it anymore. But getting with Evan, like it kind of rekindled that, and he kind of like helped pull me out of this like little hole I was in, basically.
Yeah, that's
and,
real.
I mean, we was just running around Seattle like I didn't even know about the scene out here, to be honest, until I met him, because he introduced me to all these people that he known just being in the scene and like going to shows for the first time. I never really been to a show out here ever.
Yeah.
So it was like getting experience that was dope. And then I don't know, he really like threw me at everything, and I was able to absorb all this information and whatnot from him.
Yeah.
So it was dope. And it's like, because right now it's me, Evan, but then also my brother Jake Crocker. He's those two are like my big brothers.
And he's a producer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jake's a producer as well. He's actually someone we really looked up to at first. Like I remember I like the story of me meeting Jake was my homeboy Vinny would take me to the studio at this house, and I just thought it was his.
Yeah.
Turns out like that boy Jake was upstairs. He just had a baby, so he wasn't coming downstairs at all. But that's his crib, his studio.
Got it.
And one day he just walked downstairs, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I texted Evan like, "Yo, you're not gonna believe who I just met," because Jake's like a real like out here like he's super well established. Like he's done a lot of dope stuff.
Yeah.
So getting those two to be like my guys for like making the music has been like game changing. Like I didn't know how to do a hook before Evan or none of that. Like I just was rapping, and, like being able to like learn how to do melodies and like harmonies and all that, like just trial and error with them.
Wow.
So yeah, it wouldn't be me without those two for sure.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing because obviously hearing your music, like, it sounds so polished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to just like the power of having people around you, good people around you who obviously like they know what they're good at, but they also know what you're good at.
Yeah.
And they want to kind of nurture that.
For
You
sure.
know, is that something you would encourage other artists to look for?
Man, absolutely. Like I know so many people that do everything themselves, and I think it's like a very impressive thing. And obviously it's possible. There's so many people that have done it, but there's nothing that can beat having, like, for one, your friends around you that are the ones helping you make the stuff. Because it's just like, I don't know, that support system is really like unmatchable to anything. Like it don't matter how much willpower you got or how much whatever work ethic you got. Like you by yourself will never match having like a team that all cares just as much as you do.
Yeah. Yep.
So I just encourage like really finding your people that you're willing to stick with and like build with.
Yeah.
Like that's I wouldn't trade that for the world, to be honest. So
that's fire.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
That's fire, bro.
Bro.
Well, speaking of having friends around and stuff, like what was those like Camry sessions like? Like I know those are like priceless moments.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
mean I got so many voice memos of us just in the whip, just rapping a random ass beats, but like all that shit really I think helped develop my confidence.
Yeah.
Way more than I think I give it credit for, because like a lot of my homies, like one person that really pushed me the most, my homeboy Dom. We went to high school together, and there was just like we was at the library one time with my homeboy Ben, and we was just rapping in like one of them little silent rooms together. We was just like fucking around, but I said some crazy shit, and Dom was just like, "Damn!" Like, it was one of those moments where it reminds you again. You're like, "Oh wow!" Like, okay, I think I'm like good at this, because these niggas are like blown away at what I'm saying right now. And it seems basic to me, but it's like those are when you realize those levels that there are, and it's like and that's kind of what was our like first introduction to each other, was just rapping in the library.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, we just started hanging out and stuff, and then just like after school or whatnot, just whipping in the Camry, just rapping and whatnot. And him he really pushed me a lot to like actually take this shit serious and like really want to start reaching out to like Seattle artists.
Yeah.
He was like telling me he was getting me emails of niggas that I've never heard of, just being like, you need to hit him right now. Ask him to get on his song, because I know you're going to flame him on there. Like that's all he was asking me to do. Threatening friendship. He was like, if I come back, he was going to JUCO playing football. He's like, if I come back and you still not rapping, like that's it, bro. I'm not talking to your ass no more. Like it was like
that's a real friend right there.
That's a real friend.
That's a real friend.
There
They
was
care.
nobody pushing me like that. So it's like I really credit him for making me find that confidence and just being like, yo, I just gotta take this shit serious and shit. So yeah, no, those sessions, those Camry sessions were legendary though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So take us through kind of, I guess, for you, like, what would you say is kind of that breakout moment? I mean, obviously, like, I feel like City in Motion was like a really big song.
For sure.
It had a lot of like got a lot of attention. But you know, that may be what people think is the breakout moment because that's kind of what may have blew up, so to speak. But for you, from your perspective and your own journey, like what would you say was your moment?
Man, I think honestly I think my first show I did, it was Halloween on I think it was like 2022 Halloween, and it was at this venue. It's not here anymore, but it was called Cafe Racer. I did my first show over there, and there was like, it was packed. Like the whole room was just full of people, and I don't know. I think having a room that full and I was performing and it just like went really well and people were really fucking with it. Like, I think it made everything feel hella real. Cause I vividly remember doing my set and then going to my car, sitting down, just being like, damn, I can't believe that just happened. Like, and it like went really well and people were all hitting me after, like dabbing me up, just being like, wow, bro, that was amazing, la la la, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was just a moment where I was just like, damn, I'm really like doing this now.
Yeah.
This isn't just like for fun.
Yeah.
I just did a whole show.
Yeah.
Like a live set performance to like, must have been like 100-some people in there. Like,
That's
it was
major.
wild. So yeah, and that was my first show ever too. So
Yeah.
being able to experience that it was hella special.
That's so important.
Yeah.
I think especially in a time where it seems like the reps on stage aren't as like accessible. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like a lot of people are like very much digitally like performing, but
100%.
like getting on that stage is a whole nother
bro, for
thing.
sure. And like I also got to give credit to my homeboy. His name TK Been Poppin'. He's a rapper I met at this thing called Open Sessions. It was something at the studio called Fibonacci up in the U District. And I met that boy over there, and he would just let me come through. We had a song together, and I would come through and do like the verse with him. And because he was doing shows all the time, so I was able to do that with him. And then like I really do credit that as well as like getting me to, you know, break the ice with performing live. I think because I don't know, without that, I don't know if I'd have been ready like I was for that show. But yeah, that was another person that like helped me kind of get ready for that moment. Yeah, and it was really special. And yeah, I mean shows, bro. Like now doing this shit in LA, you know, I just did this show like a week or two ago for the Grammys. Not for the Grammys, but it was like a Grammy show.
For the Grammy
like,
weekend.
Like an industry thing. Yeah. And it was like, there was just hella industry heads in there. And like, everybody was asking me if I was nervous, but I was like, man, honestly, like I feel nothing at all. Like I've done so many shows at this point. To 5 people to like a couple hundred people. It's all the same at this point. Like you just got to do your best. And not really worry about who's in the audience, you know?
Yeah. Right. And it's important to like take it serious because I think we know, all of us as music fans in here, we can tell the difference between like showmanship and someone who was up there just rapping their bars. Yeah. Right? You know what I mean? Someone who commands the stage. Yeah. And someone who's just kind of like, I'm going to perform my song.
Yeah. Get off stage. 100%. And that has to go with like your health and fitness as well. Like that was something I'm learning now. Like I really been trying to lock in on my fitness and everything because it's like, bro, like they're no joke, especially if you start going on tour. Like you really need to have everything right to be able to do that. Like you got to treat like an athlete. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I think when you even take it serious in that aspect, it just shows how much you're willing to like lock in on this goal that you have, you know? And like I think in any aspect, whatever career path anybody takes, it's like doing the shit that people think is extra. It isn't extra. It's like it's like shit that's there for you to be better. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro.
I feel you. Is there like a certain process you go through to like prepare for a show? I mean, I know you said you do a lot, you've been doing a lot of shows, but is there like something where you're like, I need my time to do this and like prepare, kind of getting that, you know?
I'd say like, I think, and one thing I honestly need to work on is like properly rehearse, like have a scheduled rehearsal where I'm like, I think getting it in like once a week would be like ideal, even if there isn't a show happening. Right. It's just like getting those reps in. For me, to be honest, like every show so far, I've like gotten a little bit of a rehearsal like a day before or a couple days before, and God just be there with me to help me like not have a bad set. But like, I don't know, bro. I get in there and it's like I'm with my team and we're in there getting early doing like mic checks and whatnot. But I don't really have like a crazy pre-show ritual or anything. I get in when I have my time to myself, like I pray and everything. And I think before every show, I always kind of like, I get like this flash of like everything that's happened so far and where I'm at in that moment at that show. I'm just like, all right, like we're back again. Like let's let's do this type of thing. It's always like for like a split second, it's like a very, not emotional, but like, I don't know. I just think about everything right before I get on stage. I'm just like, boom, this is why you're here. Remember that? And then you just lock it in. So
I feel like it's like grounding.
Yeah. Always, bro. Yeah. Always. So
I love that, bro. I love that. So I do want to talk about, obviously, you, as your career started growing, you get signed, right?
Yeah.
With Free Lunch.
Yeah, Free Lunch under Warner Records. Yeah. So it's like a subsidiary under Warner Records.
Okay. So take us through like that. What was that moment like for you? Like going through what the process of, like, obviously we taking it back to where we started, but I want to know what changed for you internally versus externally. Because I felt like it looks one way, but then how did that feel? Like, what was that like?
I mean, it was like, I don't know. I know the conversation was happening for so long when my A&R, Aaron, he had hit me up and on like an email just wanting to talk. And it's funny because when that happens, somehow it's like all the labels find out and everybody starts to like try to pitch in and like throw some offer at you. So it's like there was a lot. Like I got flown out to New York to go meet up with I think it was it Republic? I think it was Republic Records. And they're like, they're a subsidiary under, I think it's Sony, might be Sony or Universal, but like, there was a lot of conversations going on, and it was like, damn, like which one is the one that we should like rock with?
Yeah.
But with Aaron, when he hit me about Free Lunch, even when he was breaking down the name, he was like, yeah, this is the name is based off like the Free Lunch program, like we're really about the youth and like stuff like that. And I was it resonated with me way more than any other conversation I had.
Yeah.
And I got to like link up with the dude who owns it. His name's Tim Henshaw. And we had to have like a one-on-one, and we were just talking. I'm learning about his family and like, we're just getting to know each other. And it's like, I was getting to have these conversations with these people, and it felt less like a monolith label, because that's what they all usually feel like, because it was just a big corporation. But meeting the people really broke that boundary for me. And I think it helped with my decision for sure. But like, I mean, I think I was flying into was I flying into LA, I think, when I found out that they sent like an offer for the deal. And I was just like, I was with Jake too, and I was just like, damn, like I can't believe like this actually happened. like I don't know. It felt like I think I just started to think back to like every single thing before that moment, kind of like with the shows.
Yeah.
Just every single session or every single show or every single release of a song, and just being like, damn, like we really got to this point where we have like a record label deal offer, like a legit one.
Yeah.
And it was just like a surreal feeling to see that email with all that shit on there. Yeah, and I mean it's almost been like a year now, because that was back in May.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, time has flown since then, but it's still like surreal to think.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of people like, this is just the part where they want to get to and be like good at. They're like, I just want to get signed.
Just want to get to the league.
Yeah, literally. And that's what it feels like. It feels like, you got to the league, but now it's like, it actually feels like everything's just starting now. At least for me, it feels like, okay, you're here, but you're at the bottom of the bench. Like, how do you get to the start?
How you get your minutes? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's dope though, man. In terms of you recognizing kind of what's a good fit for you,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and understanding not just from whether it's a financial standpoint, but it's more so like from a personal human standpoint. Like who can I work with, and who understands me,
literally,
right? Yeah. Like you said, that monolith perspective that maybe a lot of these corporate labels have, where they're just looking at an artist as like an artist, versus I'm sure they know who you are and they know what you're about, and so and they want to build with you. So that's dope.
No, 100%.
That's dope.
It's a really cool relationship we got with them, and it's like, this next thing we're gonna put out is gonna be like our first thing together. So it's like, it's gonna be cool. And they're like very new as well. That was another thing that was really intriguing to me, is that I'm one of the first few artists they've signed.
Yeah.
So it's like, everybody kind of got something to prove a little bit, which I think gives us this like little edge. I think, because we're just everybody's trying to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, I think it's cool. And it's like, I don't know, I look at it like I feel like a lot of people that I've spoken to about label stuff are like, you want to get in there and figure out how to get out of it as fast as possible. But like, I don't know. I look at the stuff with Free Lunch and I'm like, man, I really want to like build with this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to just get what I can get and leave. Like, I'd want to, like, if it was a ship, like, I want to see how I can help raise, you know, the water. And get this ship like afloat. Like, for real.
And it's rare that you get to be at the beginning
Right.
of something that has potential to be very big, right?
Right.
So I think like this is kind of like I don't know if you want to use it in sports references. It's kind of like getting that like young OKC Thunder team. I shouldn't use them. My bad, bro. We'll edit that out, I guess. I don't know. No, I'm joking. But you know what I mean. It's like getting the SGAs and all of them. Like it's starting from the bottom. So
literally,
that's dope. Yeah. That's dope, bro.
It's like you said, it's like when you're building a team, everybody's hungry. Everybody's still trying to make it. So everybody's gonna go hard.
Yeah,
like
100%.
whatever role they're in. So it's like that's dope. And I also wanted to ask you before I forget. So like after you sign a deal, for like people who don't know, like what are like the next steps after that? Like whether it's like resources you have access to or like what goes into that?
Yeah, I mean, so even before any like pen to paper gets signed, you you need like a music lawyer, obviously, but it's like it's a lot of back and forth with their lawyer team and your lawyer team. It's I forget, there's like a word for it specifically, but basically there's like really basic terms they gotta agree to first.
Yeah.
Which can take however long it could take. But like if you can't get past the basic deal stuff, there's like something called long form, and that's like hella pages of just like super intricate shit.
Yeah.
But like if we can't agree on this, like there's no point even continuing. So it's like a lot of back and forth and making it something that you like and that they like. And then that can progress to long form, which is like all the little intricate stuff that the lawyers go through.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, once you like put the ink to paper, and like I went to the building and like met this dude Aaron Bayshuk, he like runs Warner Records. Like I got to meet him and like do the signing with him and a bunch of other people in the room, and it was super. Like we was taking photos and shit. Like it was super official. But it isn't like an immediate like you have just access to everything kind of thing. It's like I think there's a lot of transferring that's involved. Like all my old music is getting kind of transferred into like that world now. And like there's a lot of little things undercover that gotta happen and everything. But it's, I mean, I met so many different people. Like the team is huge now versus like what it used to be.
Yeah.
Because there's like a digital team. They got a sync team, which is for like getting you on TV and whatnot, like your music on TV and everything. They got all kinds of people that handle so many different things. And like, I remember I went to the office once with like hella donuts, and I just put up and I was just handing them out to motherfuckers over there, like on some. I don't even know why I did that, to be honest, but I just thought it was like a cool. I don't know who does that for real for them over there. So I was like,
good guy, bro.
I love he got in trouble for that actually, but it was cool to do it though, and like build these relationships with these people, that are like handling my shit now.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I'm actually curious, as you, I do want to get into the album, because even though it did release last year, I just think like there's still a lot of it to dive into. But I am curious, as you're talking about creating the next project, what is that like? That in-between time. Like, and I only ask that because we live in a time now where it just seems like if you're not putting something out, and this isn't just with music, in general, content-wise, if you're not putting something out, you feel like you're behind, or you feel like you're not going to be relevant, or you're going to be left behind. Like, I'm not saying you deal with that, but I do know a lot of creatives sometimes deal with that, where they're like, yo, I need to get some shit out. Like, so how do you deal with that in-between time, and kind of develop that patience between that time?
Man, to be honest, I think it's really fair to say that I definitely haven't been doing it the right way, in the sense of like, you're not really supposed to be taking these long ass like periods in between, especially where I'm at. Like you are supposed to be putting shit out like pretty consistently. At least that's what they say. But it's just like, I don't know. I always told myself I love bodies of work more than anything, and like that's kind of what I want my stuff to be.
Got it.
Just like, these bodies of work that they're all their own stories and whatnot. And I told myself after Everywhere But Always, I was like, man, like I don't want to like force myself to come up with an album idea. I was like, if it hits me, it's gonna hit me. But we could figure out what I'm gonna do in between that. We could put out little singles here and there, but I'm gonna wait until I feel like I got an idea for this next project. But it ended up coming to me a lot sooner than I thought, because a little after dropping that project, like all the label stuff started happening, and then, you know, moved to LA last January, and like life was just changing very fast.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of life that was lived in that moment in time. And that's kind of how the next project I just got really inspired with the idea and the story of it.
Yeah.
Just because of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
And a lot of this new project is talking about all that, like the change and the growth.
Yeah.
And all the new experiences that are coming, and the difficulties with everything that's changed and stuff like that. So it speaks on a lot of that. It's really like the last year and a half of my life, basically.
Yeah.
Is what I'm talking about on there.
That's because that's like, it's just important. I love what you talked about in terms of like you lived a lot of life in between that time. I think, man, like I'm just one of those people who realize, bro, just because it ain't visible don't mean it ain't happening.
Right.
Right. And sometimes like there's things being done that need to be done, but it doesn't necessarily have to be visible.
Right.
But it's necessary for the thing that is going to be visible to actually
100%.
exist, you know? And I think I'm more, and this is just maybe a message to creatives out there in general, but like just because you're not being visible does not mean you're not doing something that's valuable.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
And that was it's funny you say that, because I honestly felt like I was not doing a lot, even on the just visibility side, in the sense of like, I feel like I wasn't really out doing much. But, you know, I had little things happen here and there in between, you know, the music coming out. And every so often, like, I'll talk to somebody and they're just like, you know, I know you haven't put anything out, but it feels like you're still like active in a way.
Yeah.
And I think it's due to like all the little non-music related things I got to do. Like there was a lot of, I mean, I was doing shows, but like, you know, I did this this thing with like the Sounders a while back.
Okay.
This little like home team, the brand that's out here.
They had,
like,
shout out home team.
Sounders, yes,
sir.
And like that was something that, I mean, bro, I got to go on the Space Needle with fucking Ken Griffey Jr.
That's crazy.
And like raise the flag with him. It was to be
like,
honest, the
how'd I
craziest
get
shit
here?
I've done in my
That's
life.
dope. Yeah.
Like bro, that nigga followed me on Instagram. I was like, I was so in awe. I couldn't, bro, it was wild. I tried to tell my mom about it, and she just had, I mean, she don't know who the fuck that is, to be honest, unfortunately. But I let her know it was a very big deal. And like, you know, I got on, recently there was this magazine, the Seattle Mag, they had this like influential list of like the last year, and like they threw me on there. And like we had a little shoot for it, and it was just like, damn, like doing all these little things has kept my name in the rotation still, even with no music really coming out.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been lucky to have those opportunities. In between.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, let's keep it a buck, man. Sometimes people gotta wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like I'm not saying like, I mean, we gotta create, but like you said, it's a body of work. It takes time.
Oh,
People gotta chill, man. Like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is coming from someone who be said, I'm a Kendrick fan, so I know. Like, I think he just, you just know, like, bro, but you know when he does drop, it's gonna be something that's very intentional, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think fans know if it's taking some time, it's gonna be something very intentional and a good body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
patient.
we're gonna appreciate it a lot more. We're like, you know, he put his all into this.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's really just being patient instead of like not doing nothing. It's like, no, you're just patient. You're being thorough, you know? So like
100%,
as fans, we're going to always appreciate that. You know what I mean? So.
No, 100%.
And he just dropped like a year ago. Like, relax.
I know, right? I didn't feel like it's that long ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of ways to like stay active while not being active technically. And I think there's like I mean, doing like freestyles and shit on like socials.
Yeah. The one you just dropped today was fire,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Yeah, and I mean, stuff like that. And that was like a very organic, like that was just because I was inspired.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I want to like make a video for this. And it's like, you know, it's me speaking my mind on some shit, but it also, it serves as like, boom, like here's this freestyle I just did, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's feeding that like musicality part of it for people that are like waiting for that.
Yeah, bro.
So,
and it's like you said, man, it's using your platform, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Like being human. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously you're an artist, but you're a human, and you can't ignore what's going on in the world. So let me go ahead and be human, and tell you what my perspective is.
Yeah. 100%, bro.
So like when you're like working on a project, like how do you kind of vet what songs are gonna go on the project? Because I know you got hella music, so you know you got to go through a lot. So it's like what's your process with that?
I think you know, it's tough because this is the first time I've even had to like think about that of like how do you decide? Because for me, I'm like, damn, I love all these songs.
Yeah.
It's I think I've learned that I kind of know what song I'm really fucking with just off of the like I got hella ADHD, so like I move on from ideas so fast. But it's like if it's something that I stick to and I have a really hard problem with like finishing an idea before moving on to something. But it's like if it's something that I end up finishing quick, it's like, okay, I think this is like, it feels like you enter that flow.
Right.
Of like writing a song. It's kind of like how like a hooper, you know, they get that flow of like shooting and they just can't miss. Same shit with writing, bro, or like making a song. Like there's moments where I'll just get on and like I've been learning how to record myself a lot this year. Like, I'll just go in there and just finish some shit quick, like in an hour. And I'm just like, wow, like this is something that I was really excited about.
Yeah.
And it's like those are the songs that I'm like, okay, I think this is something I need to hold on to and keep for the project because it feels like very special to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like I really want most importantly, like I think being able to have each album be like a different sound and like you're entering a different world. I think that's such a dope thing. Like Tyler the Creator does that well.
Yeah.
And like Kendrick does that well.
Very well,
You know,
yeah.
like A$AP Rocky does that well. And I really want to implement that into my music as well. It's like these are all different little eras in time for my life.
That's important.
Yeah.
You know?
It's important.
So just finding everything that feels very like new and different.
Yeah.
Which all of the new stuff is compared to the last thing I just did.
Yeah.
And
And I think fans appreciate that. Right. It's growing with the artist. You know,
100%.
and some gonna like it, some ain't gonna like it, but people gotta respect the evolution.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with the album Everywhere But Always, like it's an amazing project, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brother.
Very
Appreciate
very
that.
much so. Like top to bottom, there's some songs that really stuck out to me. One in particular was Rich and Melanin. I love that song.
Yeah.
And obviously, like on the theme of what you just released today,
Mm-hmm.
right, where you're more so speaking on a lot of the issues that are going on.
Yeah.
I like that song because you're more so empowering. It's an empowering song.
Yeah,
It feels like
100%.
it, right? And I'm gonna quote a lyric, and you could break it down and really elaborate on it. But it says, "My skin is beautiful, non-removable. They emulate it with pharmaceuticals."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, bro, like I remember when I first that song was originally like I was just writing it like it was a poem before there was ever a beat, and I mean that was like one of the first lines in there. And, I really don't remember exactly what had me so inspired that day to talk about that, but I remember where I was at. I think I was outside of some like might have been like a college or something. I think I was like coming to go shoot with my homeboy for some other song, and man, like sometimes it's really hard to explain. Like I really get these weird spurts of inspiration. Like I just have so many thoughts going on, and like at that moment in time, I think I was having like a very growing up, like you know, being like black and everything, dark skin. You have these like moments in time where it's like I think every like dark skin can relate to like going to school, especially like somewhere in like Washington where it's like it's a lot of like white people everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like you fight with those insecurities and shit of being like, you know, different.
Stick out.
And it's like, yeah, for sure. And it's like, you know, I honestly like I think in that moment in time in my life, like those were I really do have these like memories that come back into play for me like at any moment in time, and like I just find this random spurt of like inspiration to want to like talk about it.
Yeah.
And like my phone notepad has become my new journal that I used to have.
Yeah.
And it's like there's just so many different random thoughts I have in there. And that was for that song, I was like, you know what, like I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
If like not knowing if it's gonna be a song, but like I just want to write about this.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I mean when like there wasn't even a beat for it. I was just like, let me just make something.
That's crazy.
Talking about this, and then I showed that boy Evan, and Evan was just like, wow, like this is powerful. And then he made this crazy ass jazzy beat.
Yeah.
Everybody always is shocked when they find out a white dude made that beat, considering what it is and what it's about. Like everybody's like, damn, like
Nah,
it's
facts.
crazy, bro.
Facts. No, I love the message. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great song sonically, so you're gonna love the song. But I think, like you said, I think you're making music for younger you. that maybe he wish he would have had to represent how he's feeling. You know what I'm saying? So that there's a young dark skinned kid or a young dark skinned girl now that might listen to that.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna feel the way some of us felt when growing up. You know what I mean?
100%.
I love that.
Yeah,
man.
Also want to ask you, bro, like, what advice do you got for like up and coming artists that are like trying to get on, but they're like, what should they do to like kind of get themselves out there? Like,
question.
You know, tap in, like, you know.
Man, I think the number one thing is, and I credit a lot of it to how I was able to kind of get around in Seattle, is like, you just need to go out and like go to things. Like there's so many events and shows and whatnot. And that I think is a huge key that a lot of people, like me, myself, I'm like a weird mix of like introvert, extrovert. Like I really can just go out and talk to whoever, but I also really love being on my own shit.
Yeah.
And it's like being able to fight that and like, you know, get yourself to go out and meet these people and converse and network can do so much in terms of like just building these relationships, because that relationships are such an important piece of trying to build your like artist project or whatever, because it's like you need to know people,
right?
You know, it's hard to do this shit by yourself, and it's like that's why we see so many people who try to do it by themselves, and it's like they end in this loop because it's like, you know, there's nobody else shouting their name for them. It's just them.
Right.
So it's like if you could build a community of people that all can be like, yo, like we know this guy.
That
shit goes so far. And I think like word of mouth for me in Seattle has done so much. Like introduce me to people or get people to find out who I am or whatever, you know? Like, even how you found out about me. I mean, like, you know, like it's just like, I don't know, you just heard me from some random whoever you heard it from.
And someone sent it in a group chat and I was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
I was like, I know him though.
And it's like Chase.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's like Chase, I knew Chase from he used to do like, I think I saw his I know he did a lot of like music video stuff and whatnot, but I forget where I met him exactly. I'm sure it was at a show or something, but like we got to connect. And then he knew who I was. He followed me on Instagram. And, you know, it's just like a web that gets formed. You know?
And I think I love the relationship part you're talking about, because I think it's two things. It's like get out, meet people, not on some transactional shit, but get out and connect.
So
at the same token, work on your shit. Because I feel like it's like we all know people who know people, and that's all. That's all it ever is. You know people. Then there's people who don't know people but are mad talented. They just need to meet people. So I think you got to have both. You got to go meet people, but you also got to put in that work.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Definitely a balance. 100%. But
Yeah.
also, on that, you also should get really good at what you're doing. I'm looking at the camera. Whoever is hearing this, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that I think are even very talented, but it feels like they don't like take themselves seriously enough. And like, I don't know, I think people are sometimes are very concerned about being the most original motherfucker in the world when it's like our favorite artists have laid the blueprint out for us. It's like, don't feel afraid to look at that and, you know, and figure out a way for yourself, but like it's there. Your favorite artist didn't just come up with the shit that they did by themselves. Like, they had somebody they were inspired by. And, you know, seeing how they post, seeing how they roll something out, like all that shit is a tool for you. But I think a lot of people just, I don't know. I just think they get really trapped in that originality box that I feel like it's like I don't know. It's an infinite hole if you let it. So,
No, I get what you mean, because like in the grand scheme of things, it's like everybody's here to push everything forward. You know what I'm saying? As far as like hip hop, music, whatever it is. So it's like, don't feel like, oh, I feel like I'm jacking this dude's style. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's gonna find inspiration from everybody else. So it's like,
absolutely.
No, exactly. I think,
you know,
well, even speaking on that, because we were talking about regional hip hop, and I think like, and we're talking about J. Cole's album, right? And I feel like it's funny because I got a cousin who lives in North Carolina, and I always be like, I just be joking with him. I'm like, yeah, Vietnam. He be like, man, you know where that's at, bro? And I'm like, nah, not really. But he's like, it's like a smaller part of the bigger state. And he's like, he's pretty much telling me like, bro, that's not a spot you go like tour or like visit. And it was dope because it lets you know the power of like putting on for your city, no matter where it's at, no matter how big it is, no matter how recognizable it is. It's like, if you get out, represent. So for you, I'm curious, like, what excites you about Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, and the hip hop scene as you're embarking on your journey? Because you're obviously moving around,
Yeah.
you know, beyond the state limits.
I mean, I think it's just like, especially starting out, seeing all, like, there's just so many new and young creatives that are running around too, doing stuff. And like being able to call them my peers. And like, I know a lot of them that are like doing stuff out here right now.
Yeah.
And it's cool to feel like everybody is doing this at the same time. It almost feels like there's like this shift that's going on.
Like a renaissance?
Yeah, like 100%. It's like, I know Seattle definitely has a history of hip hop, you know, in a sense. Like we have people that have been doing it for a while and everything, but I don't know, it feels like everybody's there's just a lot of like really raw, great talent right now. And they're all kind of flourishing at the same time in different aspects or different places and everything. And it's like, also, you know, the city is so small, you can meet everybody pretty soon. Like if you really try, like it's not too hard to meet a lot of the big dogs out here. So it's almost inspiring in that sense too. Because it's like, if you can really lock it in here, like in your home, and once you leave, it feels like you have that foundation already. Yeah. And you're not just starting at ground zero, you know? Yeah. It's like, you know, like, no, I'm from Seattle and like I know everybody over there. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, it's cool.
That's
cool
real.
For sure.
That's real. No, it's amazing, man. Yeah. And even like to the Renaissance part, it's like, man, like even going back to jazz, right? Like going back to like Quincy Jones, Ray Charles, like that, like the essence of what Seattle has been for music, period. You know, I just think like we could keep that lineage going. Yeah. When we understand like the power is within our region. Yeah, 100%. But as you mentioned, you could take it wherever you go. Yeah. Right? And that's what's gonna allow it to go global and allow it to like scale and become even bigger than what it is.
For sure, bro.
That's real.
Yeah, bro. So I also want to ask you, like, you know, like you mentioned before you do a show or go to events, you kind of have that moment of like reflection. Yeah. So like when you look back, like what are some of the things that like you're like grateful for?
Shit, bro. I mean, dude, I used to like really pray for the opportunity to be able to like be busy with music. Like I've worked so many jobs straight out of high school, and like it was just like my mom and my sister growing up. So it's like that was always at an early age I kind of learned, like in middle school probably, like the situation of like, okay, like damn, like mom's really doing this shit by herself. And like, okay. So that's kind of when my mind shifted a little. I was like, okay, I got to figure this shit out. Like I need to start now. Right. Yeah. You know, as early as that. And then thinking back to like all those times of like shit just being hard, basically, like, and not having no money or like your credit card declining or not having food to eat or like not knowing where y'all gonna be at. Like all those memories are honestly what fills my head almost all the time. And it like whenever I'm feeling like shit's hard or whatever, I just think back to that shit and I'm just like, man, like it's not. Like this is you like genuinely prayed for this to be the shit you're dealing with. Yeah. So it's like you just gotta figure it out, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, yeah, like my mom is like for sure my biggest inspiration because she's like always been like the hardest working person I've ever known. She's always worked 2 jobs and shit all day, every day, never having a day off. Right. And like I think about that and I'm like, man, if she could do that, like I couldn't imagine doing some shit like that. Right. Yeah. You know, I don't think most people can. Yeah. So it's like if I'm doing music right now and I'm thinking about this song being hard to make or this show I'm about to do, I'm like, man, this ain't nothing. Like, I can do this with my eyes closed, you know? Yeah. So
I feel you.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's the shit that runs through my head whenever I'm in those moments. I'm just like, you've been through all this shit, bro. Yeah. Like this is you're supposed to be here. Right. You know? So
gratitude.
Right. For sure.
Gratitude, bro.
All the time, bro.
That's the real G code right there. Gratitude.
Yeah. I like 100%. How you brought that up, bro, because I kind of think the same way. Like if I'm going through something, I'll think about another time where I was kind of feeling the same thing. For sure. And I'll be like, damn, all right, I got through that. I can get through this too. Yeah, like, bro. You know?
No, that's a real ass thing. Like everybody deals with that too. Like, yeah, think about the worst thing you've ever been through, and in that moment you're just like, damn, like I can't even imagine getting past this. Exactly. And then a couple months later you think back to that like, wow, I like really, it's like a wall. Yeah. You turn around and you got over the wall and you're like, wow, that shit's big as fuck. Yeah. I did that though. Yeah, you know what I mean? It seems huge, when you right in front of it, but when you get over it, it's just like, oh, it wasn't even that bad. Yeah. Yep. So it's like and it always, you know, as humans, it's just like a continuous, we're always gonna have another wall. But it's like knowing that you've already been over like 1,000 of them. It's like, what's another one, you know? Yeah,
exactly.
I look at them as all like reference points. We got mad reference points we could just point at. You know what I mean? That we can always pull from, you know, for inspiration too. I did want to. I always ask guests this question, so I'm gonna ask you this question. Like, how do you go about balancing, like, your, I guess, work versus personal? And I mean that more so from like a self-care, taking care of yourself standpoint. How do you do that?
You know, I'm currently in the middle of getting that honestly really down, especially because this last year of like, you know, when I moved to LA last January and everything with the deal was going on, that was the first time I like wasn't working a job. So it's like not having work and like getting to do this full time. It was like very freeing, but also it was like, okay, whoa, like what do I do with this time? And you start to get into this thing because it's like when I was working and doing music, it was like I'd work and then any free time I had went straight to that.
Yeah.
So it's like when the time almost opens up a little bit, it's like I get the feeling of being like, okay, I need to fill all this with that now. And like that could be dangerous when it's like, yeah, you got these relationships and like personal connections and whatnot, your family, whatever, like figuring out. And that's currently where I'm at still is like trying to find that balance. I think I got a good thing going specifically because a lot of the people that I'm close with are the people I work with. So it's like, I just get to have that anyways.
Yeah.
But, you know, as time goes on and shit gets crazier, it's like, you know, finding the time to come back home and like see the fam or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, who knows how much more difficult that's going to get. So it's like, that's honestly like a work in progress.
Yeah. Well, there's no right or wrong answer to that question. That's why I just like, but I ask it because it's important to just even acknowledge that it's something we should be thinking about.
For sure, bro.
You know what I mean? It's never going to be one way or the other.
100%,
you know?
yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, so, like, what excites you for the future?
Man, I think, honestly, like, I really love the feeling of getting back into, like, having music released. Because I feel like that comes with so many unknowns of, I don't know, it's like giving yourself another shot at potentially like being able to really change your life with every song that comes out or every freestyle that comes out. Like they're all like attempts at like maybe like, damn, this is the one that might like change everything.
Yeah.
Like that's what excites me is like not knowing, but it's like obviously this is what I love to do.
Yeah.
It's not like I could do this forever.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just this weird unknown excitement with it. But it's like, you know, all the little things that come with it, like getting to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't know I was going to do this shit, but it's like,
yeah.
Now that I'm here, I'm like, wow, like this is so fire. I wonder what else is going to come. Like, who knows in the next month, like what new opportunities might come. Like, I think it's the unknown aspect for me that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's like, as long as I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, there's going to be something that pops up that's like,
that's real.
That's dope. And it's like, I don't know, that shit's really cool to me.
That's real.
Yeah.
Controlling what we can.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah. It sets up the next thing.
Yeah.
That's real, bro. I did want to ask you this. If there are people that you would, and this can be dream collaborations, whatever the case may be, like, are there artists that you would love to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
For sure. I mean,
manifest. Go ahead.
Man, I mean, dude, it goes so random. Like, I would really love to do something with Anderson .Paak. Like, that's like somebody that I really gain a lot of inspo in the singing aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a random list. Like, obviously, J. Cole would be so cool to do something with. Kendrick would be cool to do something with. Somebody like Tyler would be, I feel like that'd be really fun. But also, like, I think I've been fucking with this one song by Clairo. It's called Juna or something. I don't even listen to Clairo, but I found this one song and that shit's fire as hell. I'm like,
have
fuck
to
it,
check
I'll do
that
some
out.
shit with her.
Yeah.
Bro, this one song she got, I've been like obsessed with it.
How do you spell her name?
It's Clairo. Clairo.
Oh,
like,
okay,
It's dope, bro. And it's like her, damn, like on some random shit, like Billie Eilish would be fire. All these, like, it really just goes all over the place. Like, I really think it's cool to just work with any any kind of artist, especially if their shit's different from mine. So I feel like that makes the most cool stuff. Cause you're merging these two things together.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows what comes out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like when that nigga Jay-Z did that shit with Linkin Park. Like, that shit was so tough.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
But it was
changed
like,
the game.
Yeah. And it's
I was like,
nobody
what
thought
is
that was
this?
gonna happen.
Yeah,
I remember when that
you
dropped.
know?
I was like, what?
Bro, so it's like shit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's so special. With
And
music.
I think it's dope because it kind of like introduces fan bases to that person's genre.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like blending genres in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Not forcing it though.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So
It's smart too. Like, even though they're not forcing it, but it's like, boom, now you got like this. That nigga J. Cole did some shit with this K-pop artist.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
I
there's
remember
now
that.
like a couple million K-pop people that just love J. Cole because of that one song.
Mhm.
It's like, you know, that shit was probably just fun for him, but it's a great idea. Collaboration in music is just like a cheat code, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially like algorithmically, like on Spotify or whatever, bro. Like, I don't know, like how familiar y'all are with like the radio stuff on Spotify or anything, but like, if you do a song with somebody, like you have your own radio, they got their own radio, you do a song together, you're on both of each other's radios, and if they got a song with somebody else, your song with them might be on that other person's radio as well. It's like and it can like really spiral.
That makes
where
sense.
You're like, it's like a great way to kind of increase streams as well.
Yeah.
And like shit like that on like a statistical aspect.
And you know what's crazy? You just never know who's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Like
never.
I mean, I'm sure you got data that shows how many listeners you have and whatnot. And it's like, you know, we have data that shows where our listeners come from. And it's like sometimes you just never know.
Bro.
You just never know who's listening.
I think I was on Twitter or X, and I was just looking up if anybody had like said something about my name or anything. And I saw some dude in France, and he was like, I was walking around in this store in France, and they're just playing at Yonny FTLA, and I was just like, what?
That's crazy.
It was I was just like, what do you mean they're playing that shit in there? Like, they don't even understand that shit. But I was like, yeah, it's like who, you know, and like I don't know, I just wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah,
it's a beautiful time to be a creative. And I think I say that because I feel like people hold back sometimes. Yeah. And it's like, bro, put that shit out.
Yeah, bro.
Please put it out. Because you just never know who may need it, who may connect to it. You don't control that. We don't control that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Or yeah, who's gonna see it, bro? Like for anybody that's, you know, any other artists as well, like A&Rs like live on Instagram and TikTok. That's where they be at. You know? So it's like you posted some shit, that 100 view video, that one person might be like an A&R at a label that you know, sends that to their whoever, and all of a sudden you getting flown out. Like that's why it's so important to just not hold back.
Yeah, I just seen the dude who did the narration for J. Cole's album rollout promo video, and they found his video on like YouTube with like 300 views.
Yeah,
but he was cooking. He was saying some real shit,
bro.
And they hit him up and had him narrate J. Cole's album rollout video.
That's crazy.
Like,
you see what I'm saying? Because of what he was saying, you know. So yeah, man. If that's not enough for y'all out there listening to put your stuff out, I don't know what to tell you, man.
J. Cole's like he just be doing that because he do he found somebody who made a beat on YouTube or Reddit or something, and it was like for it, like
yeah.
He rapped on it.
It's called Procrastination.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah, you never know, bro.
He did a J. Cole type beat on YouTube, and J. Cole rapped on it.
That's dope.
Put it out.
I like hearing shit like that,
bro. It's so cool, bro. Like shit like that. We're just talking about J. Cole, hella.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's dope.
Bit was beefing over there.
That's funny, bro.
Anyway,
well, speaking of collabs, like if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, collab with you, like how would that go,
bro? Honestly, a lot of that shit happens through like the DMs, bro. Like that's one thing I've learned is like I think, you know, the professional aspect of like emailing somebody or whatever is cool, but DMs is really where it's at.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that a lot of artists that I've been able to like contact or whatever, I hit them up on Instagram and just form that friendship there.
Right.
So it's like, don't feel like you need to have this crazy email ready and you're hitting up. Or like, I don't know, you're just doing some stuff that seems hella professional when it's like you really just send a DM and it's like they're probably gonna see that.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
If they vibe with it, they vibe with it. If they don't, they don't. But
people
are very accessible.
Facts.
More than I think people know.
Right.
And you should just use all channels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna send an email, I'm gonna send a DM.
Yep.
Send
whatever.
a postcard, whatever gotta do,
Something,
man.
send
Don't get this message.
That'd be
I feel you
crazy.
though. The DM is like it just cuts straight to like humanizing everything.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
like, what's up, bro? You know, yeah. So.
Get straight to it.
A lot of stuff happens over. I think I just saw some shit today about Cooper Kupp. I think he got DM'd by some Seahawk player.
Oh
He was like, you should come through, and then he came through, and then all of a sudden he got a Super Bowl.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yep, I seen that too. I
You
think
know?
it was Jaron Reed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, you know, who knows if he didn't. I don't know how much that had to play in like him getting over there, but I'm sure it had something to do with it. You know,
Sure
yeah.
helped.
He saw it for sure.
Helped.
Yeah,
Sure helped. He's a Super Bowl champion now.
right.
Exactly.
So Yonny, we're gonna I'm gonna ask you one more question. This is to wrap things up here, but we ask every guest this question. So if you can, my brother, what's one word to describe what keeps you on the up and up and why?
One word. Man, I think I'd say curiosity is my word, because curiosity, I think, is what keeps me wanting to continue to do like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Is the thought of like, why not? And like, what if I do that? Or why not do that? That's what causes me to have any idea I've ever had. Is
That's
just
real.
starting at that basis of just being like, you know, what if you tried to do that shit? Or like, why not try to do that? Like, there's no reason not to. And it's like, yeah, my biggest tool is my curiosity, because it helps my creativity
real.
expand.
That's real.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say me being curious in life is what keeps me on the up and up, for sure.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
I think that's the first time we got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can
Yeah,
remember.
that's
that I can
dope.
remember.
Motivation, inspiration, family. I don't know. Some shit
had
like
family
that.
plenty of times.
Fast and Furious ass.
This is another question where there's no right or wrong answer. by the way.
Yeah.
That's dope,
man.
bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
but Yonny, man, just thank you, bro, for being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys, bro. This is dope.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
I appreciate you
Yeah.
being here. Again, man, just excited to see, you know, where you take it.
Yeah.
Obviously. There's so much ahead, right?
Yeah, bro.
So much work to be done.
100%. Thank y'all, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
thank
no,
you,
for
bro.
sure. And with that being said, I think it's safe to say Yonny is officially a member of the Up and Up.
Yeah.
Give a round of applause.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
To continue supporting the podcast and the entire Up and Up movement, be sure to rate, review, like, and subscribe.
As well as follow us at _the Up and Up on all social media platforms to stay connected with everything the Up and Up has coming your way.
Thanks for listening, and until the next one.
Keep it on the Up and Up.